Hey guys, and happy holidays. Welcome back to the channel. So we're in a festive spirit, right? It's the season of gift giving and sharing our feelings with others.
Goodness.
Well, here on Seoulite TV, a lot of our feelings, they can be a little bit shady. And why should we hold back during the holidays? Shouldn't we be the generous ones to be able to share our shadiness no matter what the sort of blowback would be, because that is all in the spirit of humanity. So remember guys, you said you wanted the petition to be printed out and sent to the officials or the president of South Korea here. Well, hey, you got me, and I did print it out. So I'm going to show you the care package that I'm going to put together for Christmas for our president. And if you want the coupon code to get $60 off any product from ecofaceplatinum.com or Seoulite TV, the store, and get your hands on some of these LED equipment, use these sustainable, high-tech beauty products. Yes, also very luxurious, that will increase the circulation in your skin and be better than retinols to try to get deep into your not even pores. It's below the pores, you guys. It's the layers that have the collagen factory. They will be stimulated and you will have brighter, glowing, and firmer skin. So all that coming up. Stay tuned. Earlier in the summer, I just decided, because there was this controversy that just would not be honestly settled, I thought we should speak up. At least we should circulate a petition, at least have some sort of online home where we could gather as an international community and voice our frustrations with the way that BTS was being treated. Now, it did not get like an amazing amount of signatures in this new TikTok age where you need like 100,000 million or whatever to be taken seriously, but I think it actually did draw a lot of people. It was about 4,712 signatures. So this was the text of the petition, and I just put it to one page. I want to make it real small, so they got to get out their glasses to look at it, and if they don't understand something, then, you know, they can't come after. So then I wanted to print out, like I said, bureaucrats love the paper. Now, seeing a number on a screen, 4,700, doesn't sound like that much, but you see this. Look at the Excel spreadsheet on this, where there is basically name and where they're from and when they signed. And you know what? Continuously, people are coming into this petition every single month, adding their name to the frustration. And overall, essentially, the message that I want to send to the president is that he did not speak up on behalf of the people when they needed him, when BTS needed them, when people who are looking for a sense of the rules making sense and not being manipulated for a certain group only. And it just did not seem right. It just didn't settle well. And also, not being able to see whether there is a situation that would require his intervention or pressure. I still think he doesn't know how to really be a president. Of course, you know, he's a really good prosecutor, and those are all set and defined. You know, like by the time it gets to your desk as a prosecutor, you're kind of, your game board is defined, the players are defined, the question that you have to answer is defined, and it's only just usually one major question with maybe a lot of pieces, and you think that you gotta tie a lot of stuff together, but a lot of stuff has been pre-packaged. Now, in a case like this, where essentially whether BTS should have had the exemption or not, yes, granted, that is supposed to be, I would believe, in the best of all cases, something that the president should not have to deal with. However, when it gets to a certain stage where you see that this group is being manipulated by many branches of the government, regional level, local level, state level, city level, and even national level, and has implications globally, and has implications on the economy of South Korea, then I think you start to know when you're supposed to get involved. And this guy just kept his mouth shut, saying like, oh, I'm gonna let them take care of it. Well, then what are you really there for? If you're not going to be, if you want to be a paternalistic leader, then take care of your children when they're not doing well. Of course, it looks like in this case, he was pandering to the voting bloc that he accounts for tipping the scales so that he could win. The real frustrated, angry men in their 20s who resent the fact that they have to go to the military or they're held back in that in terms of succeeding at this game of life that seems so rigged against them, and not have, women be required to serve the military service. So he's willing to stay quiet on that. The Military Manpower Association, the Minister of Defense, they were willing to stay quiet. They were willing to, they were dancing and hopscotching and whatever all over the place, because in the end, they want to use this and they think that BTS being there will help probably quell the frustration of these men who have to serve. But overall, when you're looking at what gives them such a comfortable position today are Korea's exports and standing and reputation in the world. And they are benefiting from being able to sit there looking very, well polished, well groomed, well fed, and have a functioning, at least probably decent budget, because there is enough economic activity that is reliant heavily on overseas sales. And if anything, BTS brought that level of economic activity, awareness, and reputation to Korea that you really can't replicate. Not only that, it's distracting. I mean, okay, in the last video, I didn't know we're not supposed to send stuff over to, like fan letters and stuff over to Jin, and so, please don't send because they said not to send. But on the other hand, you created that situation by putting a celebrity in that unit, and you created a situation where really, legally, you can't stop people from sending a letter over to that address. I mean, that's just, they can probably throw it away if they wanted to, but you created a situation where the system cannot handle an overload, and you are relying on an unpredictable group behavior to comply to whatever you said, and that is your fault. It's like asking somebody not to turn on the water and wash their face, or sending somebody out to the front lines to go to battle in their Sunday best and tell them not to get their suit dirty. You put this situation in play, and you should suffer the ramifications. If fan mail follows that type of celebrity, then you should know that that is not a situation that you want to put your military under. If you know that there is a high risk area, or if the weather is not cooperating, or if your enemy has already set up things against you, you plan for that. You just don't go in and be like, oh, can you not send letters because it's going to mess up our mail system and everybody else can't get their mail. I think that makes you look even worse. So you're thinking that maybe the military is going to look better because of Jin being there. I don't think so, guys. I do not think so. But back to President Yoon. So I think I just want to send it a care package to President Yoon. I don't want to be sending stuff all over the place and have people knocking at my door. On the other hand, even though I highly disagree with the Minister of Defense and Military Manpower Association's response, and I do believe they deserve a care package, on one hand, I think they were doing their job. From their perspective, they were fully doing their job and representing what they thought the best interests of the military were, to not give an exemption, not to expand to K-pop artists. Now, how that's gonna, blow back in their faces, and Karma, don't forget an address. I might not send you something to your address, honey, but Karma, she be sending something according to her own timeline. And so I think in this case, who had the most choice and did not stand in his integrity? The president. Who is second in line but still maybe it's not worth it is the Minister of Culture, because the Minister of Culture is supposed to set the guidelines of which cultural categories are eligible, and so he could have also pressured, but at the same time, the Minister of Culture, Minister of Defense, I think the Minister of Culture does rank a little bit lower, is a little bit more of like a political appointee, and it's under the president. The president appointed the Minister of Culture. So if the president really wanted to press a point without talking in his own voice, he could have pressured the Minister of Culture to speak on his behalf, and he didn't. So I think the only one who deserves a Christmas gift because he was so naughty this year is President Yoon. So he's going to get the cover page with the petition on it. He is going to get all, I believe this is 119 pages of people around the world who have said that they are pissed off by this decision and are going to boycott Korean products and tourism. These are a lot of hotel bookings, restaurant reservations, airline tickets, refrigerators, Hyundai cars, Kia EVs. Yeah. What about dishwashers and all that kind of stuff? It's a lot of people, and this is from every market. You know how the North American market, yes, is important. Europe, Middle East, Africa, Southeast Asia, everybody participated in this poll. So one unhappy person talks to a lot of other people. And from what I learned from way back in the day is that if you're just thinking about like even one letter that comes into the office of a US congressman, I think they kind of calculate it as like that representing about maybe 10,000 people, depending on how big your city is. But one voice is actually representative of many others in that same community who probably share that same voice. But since it's also the holidays, we have to give him a Christmas card, right? So I got some Christmas cards. And so I was just trying to see like which one to pick out. I mean, they're all very cute and they have like little metallic things. And this one has like three Santas. This one has Santa in his house or something. Oh, this one's a little Christmas village. And this one's a little kid going and looking at the Christmas tree and going back home. And then this one these are the same Santa and his sleigh with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I think, you guys, because Yoon Suk-yeol sort of looks like Santa Claus, I think we need to have one with the Santa Claus on it. And instead of this one, I think it's this one. You know why? Because he's driving a mess. Look, that sleigh, all them presents are falling off, okay? That's what's gonna happen next year, President Yoon. Our economy, all these goodies, they're falling off the sleigh. You know why? Because of the decisions that you made this year for alienating the BTS army. And look, for you at Christmas, wishing you a lovely Christmas time, make it lovely, because 2023 is not going to be a picnic for you, Mr. President. So I'm going to write a note from all of us in this card, and I already drafted one. So I don't want to bore you with my bad penmanship, and I want to tell you what it is going to say. So this is my draft. I said, "Dear President Yoon, Merry Christmas. Thank you for being silent on issues that affect our lives and the economy of South Korea. May everyone around the world and here in Korea also stay silent when you need help the most. Sincerely, the people." And if you're looking at this Itaewon crowd crush situation right now, where it seems like nobody is speaking for the victims' families, the government has been silent when these victims need them the most. Well, I just want to wish you well during this Christmas time, and for you to give whatever gift you feel is right for the people, and it seems like that's silence. And I think in reciprocity, the people should give that back to you. So, when you be dealing with stuff, when maybe your wife be dealing with new stuff or continuing stuff, may the people be silent when it comes to you. And you know that Korean people, as loud as they are, the scariest time is when they just shut up, turn their back, and move in a different direction and leave you on the ground with your guts hanging out. That is essentially what has happened to every president who crossed a threshold of utter betrayal of the Korean public. And Mr. President, I think, look, you driving this sleigh all by yourself with one little reindeer who's giving you the side eye and has a red nose, reindeer ain't even gonna be moving, and all your packages are flying off. So you're in a hot mess. You better think about what you're gonna put in your Christmas pudding and how you're going to fix this mess and improve the country for 2023. And we'll see what happens. Probably nothing, but at least we send it out. We send it out to the world. And thank you for being on that journey. Hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. Stay warm, stay happy, stay well fed, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye, guys.